Alright, good evening everyone. Hope you're all having a great week. Decided to get some things done today, so hey, I'm here. I ran out of daylight. So it's like, well, I guess I'm not working around the house anymore. And I had these airing out, and all their games that came with them. I'm like, you know what? It's about time I crack these open and see if they stink or not. That's partially the thought process here is that these might stink, they might not work right. I'm gonna find out. It's like the buttons feel good. Like this sounds really good. That reset button sounds crispy. The power switch sounds good, so I'm happy with that. Oh, let's jump back over here. Sorry, I gotta monitor some things. There we go. So I suspect these won't need a whole lot of work, but I'm wearing gloves because I don't want to take chances. They came from a household that isn't problematic, but they have, like, they allow smoking and they have pets, so it might bother me a little if I come in contact with anything that I don't like. It's hard to phrase it. Just that it might not agree with my my allergies or something. I just have this here as a visual guide for myself. Whoops. There's a sticker on here that might give away some personal information. Let me get rid of that. I don't even know how the hell that got on there. Whoops. I totally forgot to cut that off earlier. I shouldn't say cut, but peel. It's pretty funny. My mother gave me these consoles. She had them laying about, and I knew she had it. I knew she had one of them at least. I didn't know she had the other one. But the other day I'd asked her, I'm like, hey, I remember you had that console. You asked if I wanted it before. Do you still have it? She's like, yeah, do you want it? She's like, I got 2 of them now. I'm like, okay, sure. Because she knows I'll put them to use. In one way or another. You know, I'll at least play the games. Play the consoles and everything. I may not play all the games, but I'll play some of them. Let me just get these stickers off of here. Because there's actually an address label on here. Kind of a different thing to do. But yeah, it's just to identify who it used to belong to. Belongs to me now. So, don't need that. It certainly wouldn't do any good to dox anybody with this stuff. I should have removed that beforehand. That's my bad. Yo, Farrell, what's going on? Figured this might be something that's a little more your speed. It's me playing with some old consoles. Seeing as you're an old console enjoyer as well. Say, that reminds me. I forgot to ask on your last stream, because I was mostly lurking. But, was your podcast a semi-weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing? I couldn't remember. Because I was looking for it this week and I'm like, oh, wait, maybe he only does it every other week. So it's a total brain fart on my part, and I've been meaning to ask you. Oh. Yeah, here's that old port that never gets used. You're taking apart your PS3 sometime to clean it? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of a PS3. Not that it would do me any good. I don't really have any... I don't have any PlayStation games to play. It's a monthly podcast. Okay, gotcha. I must have missed that part. Thank you. It's not the first time I've missed a detail. I am clumsy like that. That way people have time to play the games. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. I need to go back and rewatch, because I finally got to watch it. Somehow I missed it like a dum-dum. So I had to watch the archive of it. And it was fun to watch. Then you got to the part about describing how to participate. And I swear I must have zoned out. Like, I was watching it super late, so I probably dozed off by accident. So I have to go back and rewatch that part. It's like, oh, I missed the part I was trying to pay attention to, and just passed out. I must not have slept that day. That's embarrassing. Like, man, how do I do that? Ooh. Okay, this doesn't smell as bad as I thought it would. Okay, it does reek a little. We'll start by cleaning the top of the shell. This is actually surprising. This only has 4 screws. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. The Genesis 2 only has 4 screws holding the case on. Weird. Because that's what this is. This is the Model 2, for anybody wondering. And then, obviously, this is the Model 3. Duh, it has a 3 on it. There's still plenty of time? Nice. I'm gonna go back, do that, and see if I can think of a way to participate. Because that's an interesting concept. I like your idea with the whole podcast, and then having people do stuff and send in the videos or whatever, or not send in, to tag it so you can, view it. It's a really cool concept. I like it. I really need to find a way to, like, come up with ideas like that and do such interesting things. Next month will be guests. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Well, I guess you can't really do guests on the first one. That would kind of... That would be weird, because it'd be hard to get your footing, I guess. Just like, actually, in the VTuber world, like for corporate anyway, what they do is, at least what they used to do was, whenever somebody would debut, they would have them basically do everything themselves for the first week. That way they can actually establish themselves. Whoa, that is gross. I only did this part right here and it was disgusting. But that way they could establish themselves instead of getting bowled over by everybody else who is already established. Uh-oh. Why is the music not continuing? Oh, there it goes. Long pause. Oh, wow, that is foul. And all I did was just a little... Oh, I'm glad I'm cleaning this. Oh, if I'd have played this straight out, yeah, I feel like it would have warmed up and gotten disgusting. Ew. Yeah, we're gonna try a different method here. A different approach. Get my trash can ready. Do what I usually do. I'm gonna take a paper towel and douse parts of it in alcohol. I make the stretch and I buy the expensive paper towels, so these are good like rags almost. This way I can just scrub it down. Then what I'll do is I'll wipe it down with water after the fact to remove any residue. So I found that's pretty well necessary. What I'll have to do is I'll have to stick my finger in here and hold the slot closed so I can actually wipe it down properly without it bouncing away. It's the little things you gotta do sometimes, you know? Am I on Discord? Not currently, but I could be. I mean, I am currently on Discord. I'm not currently, you know, talking to anybody on it. I mean... I have such a case of head and rear end again. Yeah, as a user, yes. That has... Are you a user that has a profile on Discord? Yeah. I don't know if I'm findable, but I can send you my Discord via some method. Let me see here. Brain fart. Ah, crud. Do you have like Twitter or something, Pearl? Something I can DM you on? That way we're not spreading people's Discord handles. You know? Okay. Ooh. Oh crap, I almost knocked my tea over. I gotta reach all the way over here for it. Okay. Let me see here. Let me bring it up real quick. I can't bring myself to call it X. Yeah. It just... It sits... It doesn't sit right with me. Oh, there it is. I found your... Man, I just now found your thing on Twitter. It's your logo and everything. I love it. You have a very recognizable brand. Yeah, 1 second. I will... What is... thing this time? Would you please? Come on. Let's see here. So I'll just turn that off for a moment. I'm just trying to bring up my account name so I can... Oh, right. I forgot they changed how it works again. Let's see. Oh. Well, I guess it's not that big a deal anymore. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I could... You know what? I could see that. When you make all those references and connections, that sounds good. I just don't like that, the way he just showed up and changed it. Despite people protesting it. Like, dude, nobody wants to change it, leave it alone. And he shows up and changes it. That's the only problem I really have with it. That's why I refuse to call it that. But it does sound cool when you go like, oh yeah, it's like X-Men, Mega Man X. It looks better when you look at it that way. Man, oh, that's such a good way of looking at it. I like it. I like it. So it turns out that account names are like super simplified now on Discord. I didn't remember that. Every time they change it, I get confused like old man with electronics. Like, but Billy, I had it this last month. Yes, but you gotta change it again, Grandpa. Come on, I'm not Grandpa. You know, it's just... it's the same crap all the time. Oh, I swear. One sec, I'll shoot you a message. If you don't mind. Let's see here. There we go. Here, I just sent it to you on DM there. Nice and simple. Let's see, I gotta get back to OBS. There it is, okay. Where's this music from? I'm actually playing it off of a site that I have a subscription to. So that way I know that I won't get hit with, like, you know, copyright and such. But that particular song... Where'd it go? Huh. My playlist is being weird. It's not showing me the whole thing. But that one was... I don't know what it was from. But I know I found, like, artists that I liked that actually do game music. And that way I go through their, like, catalogs of what they allow. I get my filters, like, oh, YouTube safe, Twitch safe, all that stuff. And then I pick songs I like and put them on a playlist of my own. But it's a very convenient site. It's called Pretzel Rocks. You know, just like pretzel like the snack and rocks like you'd find a rock on the ground. Very simple. It's fairly inexpensive too. I think it's like 15 bucks a month. I'm thinking about eventually getting the upgraded version so I can download songs, but I think a lot of the stuff I want to download isn't downloadable anyway. So it won't really do me a great deal good right now. But I'll worry about that later, when I have work again. For now, money's tight, so I'm just watching myself. There we go. Yeah, this is starting to get a bit clean. I guess with the lights, it doesn't look as dirty as it does to me. But there was definitely a bunch of crud on this. I don't know where they got this one. This one must have been in a household with children. Because it's got like sticky residue all over it. It's kind of gross. But it's starting to come really clean. Actually, now that I remember, I keep forgetting that I want to message someone that I started watching on YouTube. They're doing like a little series of how soon can you do such and such in a game, and they have some music that I really like, and they use it a lot, so I want to see if they'll point me in the direction where they got it from so I can find something similar, because I really like it. Because it's some really nice chiptune stuff that really sounds like it's from the 8-bit era. I really want to use it. Because I'd like to have something a little consistent, other than just visuals, on my channel. People like consistency, you know? Which is probably why it's so hard to get people to show up, because I rarely show up, and I can't blame them. I need toothpicks to scrape this out. It's kind of gross. Because all the crud in the cracks is getting nasty, so I'm going to do this off camera for a second over the trash can. Because it is nasty. I don't want all that dirt and gunk from my, whatchamacallit? I don't want it on my desk. Because that means I would have to clean this entire mat. And, it's gross. Oh, I see a notification. 1 sec. That's probably you. Yep, sure enough. Added. There we go. Yeah, you know, I understand that I don't have any consistency, so I can't blame people for not popping in every so often. Because that's my fault, mostly. People used to show up more often when I was more consistent. Right, people do have associations with times and days, and that's pretty important to them. I came to realize that a lot of people I watch are on when I want to do things. It's like, ah, crap. Apparently the best time, or the time I want to pop on is like what I would consider prime time for streaming. Because everybody seems to like 6, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is basically 6 p.m. in, well, it's 6 p.m. here, and then 7 o'clock would be 6 p.m. for like, what is that, Mountain Time, I think, or Central? I forget. I used to know all the time zones, because I used to have to translate them for people in the link shells, back in my Final Fantasy XI days. I take this box of toothpicks over here. And I got my electronics toothbrush. Gonna try that too. But people used to come to me like I was the timekeeper. It's kind of funny. Like, man, what is this time in Mountain Time? It's the same time we go every time, dude. It's 4 p.m. for you. Like, how do you know that? I'm like, because you ask me every week. Come on. I mean, I didn't say it in like a angry way. I'd just joke around with them like, yeah, guess I'm your world clock, huh? At least in this game, anyway. I kind of miss playing that game. That game was so much fun. Final Fantasy XI used to, like, oh crap, I almost knocked over that alcohol. Not the fun alcohol. But it's the only time you can stream. Right, well, that's the thing. Like, people do what's convenient for them that fits into their schedule. So it makes sense. Right now, I have no schedule because I'm jobless, which sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Once I finally get settled down in the new house, then I'm going to be good. Then it'll just be fine work and see what my new schedule's going to be. I was actually hoping to find work before I go, but I think that's not going to happen. So I'll have to find work after I finish moving. Wow, this crap is what do you call it? Persistent. This crap around the buttons is very persistent. Look at that nastiness. Ugh. It is gross. I'm gonna try the old toothbrush again. Oof. Man, that stuff is persistent as hell. It does not want to come off. Ugh. Wow. Taking the buttons out won't help me any. At least I don't think. I'm gonna try it. Let's see, because they're only held on by little notches. You know, Genesis, how much do I plan on selling it? I'm not selling it. I've actually got 2 of them right now. I got the 2 here, and I got the 3 here. I'm actually going to use them. I wish I could get a hold of a Model 1, but my old friend who bought it off me can't seem to find it, which sucks, but oh well, it happens. And here's why I'm so hung up on getting a real... I have a Retron console I can play these on, but I happen to get a hold of a couple gems that I really need to have the real deal for. Got me a couple of cartridges real cheap, and they're in such peak condition too. Look at this. This is beautiful. It looks almost brand new. I had a brand new Sonic 2 when it came out. And this is about as good as it gets. I deliberately went for the not for resale Sonic 1 just because I could. Oh, Sonic and Knuckles is a little harder to get. I saw it floating around, I'm like, ooh, that's pricey. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I were working. There are 2 Model 1? Oh yeah, that's right, I totally forgot. Wow, it's been that long that I actually forgot about the differences. You're right, though. You're right, Farrell. I totally forgot about that. I think I saw one and I'm like, the heck is that? Something like that. Of course, when I was a kid, I didn't notice those things too much, so maybe I never even noticed. As I know I've seen the, what do you call it? I've seen the Master System, blah, 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 all the... We had different stuff. Back in the day. There were so many things back in the day. It's crazy. Let me see if I can scrape some more of this crap out of the cracks here, though. Ugh. I think if I'm going to try to scrape all this crud out, it's going to take weeks. Because it does not want to come clean. Ugh. Wow, stuff is just like buried in here. Like someone just, I don't know, tried to scrape calluses off with it. Ugh. Oh, that's so... Whoa, what the hell is this? Whoa, whoa, what? Hold up. What is that and where'd that come from? That is not on my playlist. I don't know what the hell that is. What the hell? Huh. Weird. No. What are you doing? I'm reloading that site. That's bizarre. That's never done that to me before. What in the hell? That is not on my playlist. Man, that was super weird. Huh. I'm just going to pick another track on the list and see what happens. I do have the cotton swabs out. I got a whole little container of them. And I got my good old 91% rubbing alcohol. Sorry, I would tilt it over so it's visible, but the lid's not on right now. Man, it's a shame I'm not getting a good buzz from this. I'm kidding. Don't do that, kids. You'll hurt yourself. Gotta put in that little disclaimer. But yeah, the dirt is primarily stuck in like these cracks and crevices. And it just does not want to come out. Like, I got toothpicks so I don't damage it. It just does not want to come out. Because if I use metal, I'll guarantee I can get it out, but I'm also going to get out the plastic. I have tools that will do this perfectly, that are meant for like plastic and metal working. Oh, I'm making progress. I think I just needed to be a little heavier-handed with it. Oof, gross. Winners don't use rubbing alcohol. Winners don't abuse rubbing alcohol. That reminds me of the old winners don't use drugs splash screen they used to put on ports of arcades. And arcades, of course. I'm trying to think of a game that had that I can think of off the top of my head, but man, it's not coming to me. What was that? The Marvel superheroes game back in the day where they all just flew around. It was like Iron Man, Vision, Hawkeye. What was that game? I forget now. I can't remember the name of it. We used to rent that all the time back in the day. It was like, oh yeah, we gotta play that game again with the one with Iron Man and Hawkeye and stuff. We didn't know who the heck Vision was. We still played as him. We didn't know who he was. We didn't know squat. We were just kids. Captain America and the Avengers. That's right. I was like, who is the fourth guy? I can't remember. If I'd remembered it was Captain America, then it would have popped in my head. Thank you, Farrell. Thank you. My memory's not the best, but I do remember doing and playing a lot of games. Or doing a lot of things and playing a lot of games. Doing games? Ugh. It's not that kind of night. Yuck. Oh, that's just nasty. Alright. I'm gonna get the old toothbrush out again. I want to see if this helps knock some of the crud out of the cracks and such. You know what? I'm dipping this sucker in the alcohol if I can get it in. Yeah, there we go. There it goes again. Wait a sec. This is not on my playlist. That's twice now. Hold up. Where did you come from? We're playing a different playlist. Because that's super weird. Alright, we're playing a metal playlist now. So get ready for, like, Viking metal and stuff. It's only like 5 tracks. But it should be pretty good. There must be something goofy with the way my playlist I just edited was. Because that's the first time I've edited it in a long time. I mean, I guess it's safe to do this kind of wet, because I'm not going to get anything wet. Just to be safe, paper towel underneath. A very absorbent one. Alright, let's see what that did. Another paper towel. I anticipate I'm going to go through a million of these. Has Shirley Temple's greatest hits on what? You know what? That does kind of sound like something from an old Shirley Temple movie, now that you mention it. You with the references that I totally forgot existed. Nice, Farrell. Nice. I can't complain. It works. Ooh, is this getting pretty? I think it's getting pretty. The shiny plastic is shiny again. Still wet though. I wish I had canned air. For some reason, the like the duster air is really hard to find now. For some reason, like I don't know what the hell's going on, but it suddenly became difficult to find. I ordered some on Amazon a week ago. They canceled every order I made. Like, why? Like the supply just vanished or something. Which is super strange. Everything else I ordered showed up just fine. Just not the canned air. Alright, there we go. That section actually looks pretty good now. I can't complain about that. The lights are making it look awful, but it actually looks pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can get this crud cleaned up better. Because I'm hell-bent on making this as clean as possible. I want it to be pretty. Like, I may put it on a shelf when I move. Like people like to display their stuff. I might do that. Although I would kill for an old one. Staples or Office Max? Actually, the one I ordered I think was from Office Max. It was all ordered on Amazon, but I think it was supposed to come through Office Max, and it just got canceled. I'm like, well, screw that. That was the only one that was cheap enough. I wasn't about to pay like $10 a can. Oh, you think there's something going on with one of them? Like one of the stores? Might have been Office Max. I'd have to go back and check. Oh snap, I should have done that in the first place. That groove is starting to get clean. Starting to. Not entirely, but it's getting there. Wait, it's really in there. But I'll have to actually like physically go to a store and buy canned air if I want to get compressed air dusters. It wasn't imperative, so I didn't continue trying to place the order again. I was like, yeah, screw it. If they're gonna cancel my order, then move on. You know? The thing is, I could probably put this in the sink and just scrub away at it with soap and a brush. Okay, this playlist is staying on the playlist. So far, so good. Man, I should just use this playlist for a while. Holy shit, it's good. Hopefully the music is loud enough, by the way. Hopefully it's not too loud. I still struggle with audio levels, since my monitoring is atrocious. Audio's good? Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm assuming. Juan, Farrell, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback. The voice is over it comfortably? Nice. Thank you. I was just about to ask. Perfect. That means I don't have to be loud today or anything. Fantastic. Thank you. That's always good to have some good feedback. Oops. I gotta admit, every time I do something different, my audio levels seem different. Like when I was doing fusion randomizers the other day. I'm pretty sure if I go back, either my game audio is high or my voice is high. Who knows? It changes every time I do something different. Even though I don't change my settings. Wow, this old camera can't keep up with me anymore. Weird. Maybe I'm gonna have to get a better camera for stuff like this. Put that on the list of things I gotta do. I'm not even moving that damn fast. Come on. This old hardware is falling apart. I'm joking. I'm just going too fast. Oh, that's kind of pretty. That's not bad at all. Time for the water wipe. What band is this? This is... Let me see here. This is actually a song called Clash of Iron by a band called Viking Guitar. It can be found, I know for a fact it can be found on that Pretzel Rocks website that I'm using, that I'm playing it off of. Which is it's a subscription site. I don't know if you can play music for free. I'm not sure. But I know I nosed around before I actually subscribed to the site. I was like, I need music. Viking Guitar. Yeah, that's what the band is called. Go figure. I see it. It works. It suits them. There we go. I always keep a little tiny bottle of water for... I think it's a little mini bottle. It's for my cleaning. So when I want to wipe something off, boom, I got water. Can't tell you how often I used to spill stuff like tea. I'm like, oh, I don't want to use cleaners. I just want to wipe it off. So I started keeping a bottle around just in case. That sucks, Farrell. That's awful. But, tell you what though, Farrell, it is possible that I could fix it. I have fixed other things. I don't know if I ever told you. Hold on, where is it? Hey, come here. This gem. I'm sorry, the camera's very close, so you can't see. My old Super Scope. I had this reprinted. Someone was nice enough to do that on Etsy. I repaired this. It had a busted resistor in it. I found it and replaced it. So I restored this, basically restored the Super Scope. And I actually restored the plastic housing for the Super Nintendo. So now it doesn't look yellow anymore, it looks the proper gray like it's supposed to. It's quite pretty. You know, for an old console from the 90s. Here, it's right behind me actually. Get a load of this beast. It's all nice and clean gray. Oop, it's dusty. Oops, that was dust. Look at that. You can see it used to be yellow. The bottom doesn't want to change back. I tried. It took me a week to restore this back to the right color. But all the electronics are nice and... They were nice and clean? What is this? Okay, that's getting cleaned again. Ew. But anyway. So it is possible to restore the colors. Like actually... Come here. Damn it. Sorry, I'm dropping things. I had to take my headset off to reach this because I dropped something. Oh, there goes my trash can. But here's the receiver for it too. That thing used to be tarnished yellow like it was sitting inside of a pack of cigarettes. It was gross. It was really gross. And I did the same treatment I did to that console, to the Super Nintendo, and got it back to the right color. I'm gonna go ahead and not put that back up there where I knocked everything over. I gotta pick up my trash. I am such a klutz. Okay, so now Now that I'm not knocking everything over with my massive rear end, just kidding. Now that I'm not like I knocked my chair out of the way, and it knocked over my trash can, which isn't normally there. Anyway, let's see here. So, idea: have you considered doing commissions to fix clean old consoles until you find another job? As great of an idea as that is, I'm about to move. Like in the next month, or within the next 30 days, I'm probably moving. Once I figure out how things work, that's not a bad idea. I may roll with that one. I may roll with that. Because that's a service people could probably use. Although I do need to, I need to put some severe limits on it. Because if people start bringing me stuff I can't fix, or they start sending me things I can't fix, it's like, uh-oh. Now how do I tell them that? Like, ooh, that's beyond me. I mean, I'm sure I could pull something out of my rear end like, oh, actually they don't make that part anymore, so sorry, can't fix it. But, you know, I'd have to spend like an hour or two trying to fix it. I mean, I'm no expert. I just do these things for fun. But it is a good idea. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. In fact, I'm gonna write that down. Me and my writing things down, because that's a great idea. So once I do move, maybe I'll just get like a PO box, so people can send things to me. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I'm fairly decent with my hands. I mean, that's why one of my things is lockpicking. I'm decent with my hands. Let's see here. There we go. I'll write that down. Got it. P.O. boxes are a little pricey. Ah, crap. Really? Damn. If I understand correctly, you have to rent them. Like, I would probably... Well, I'd have to shop around and see who would give me a decent one for a decent price. But I would imagine you gotta rent it at least. So if it's not going to be used for a month, it's probably going to feel like a waste. But, you know, it could pan out into something fun, or I wouldn't expect it to be profitable, like I could make a living off of it, but it wouldn't be bad. Yeah, exactly, Lon. I don't want to put up my mailing address. That's why I would have to use a P.O. box, because I don't have a choice otherwise. I would have to, you know, send stuff to an address, and people get weird online. Some people get weird online. There we go, that looks really pretty. It's got some scuffs, but that looks really damn pretty now. I gotta admit that. I like that. It looks better off than it does on camera. The inside still looks pristine as it should. So boom, that part's ew, gross. It's a bot on Twitch. Let's go ahead and just... Nice job, Twitch. Nice job. You're still failing. I'll just report it. That thing will be gone in an hour. Like, that account will be banned nice and soon. And because I have filters on, they never get through. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see me give it the finger. There we go. Got that cleared off. Alright, next part. But yeah, I could easily get a couple streams out of a repair service. Easily. So yeah. In your area, it's about 200 a year for... Oof. Ooh. Okay. That's worth noting. Oh crap, I lost track of which rag was which rag. Oh, whoops. That's the alcohol. I found it. This one's the alcohol rag. I was sniffing the water one like, this doesn't smell like anything. This must be the water. Grabbed the one that I think is alcohol and took a big whiff. Oops. Just trying to polish the metal just a little bit. Because it does have some tarnishing on it. Gonna knock. Oh man. Actually, for a guy who has a breathing problem, I've got some good tolerances for, like, inhaling stuff. As dumb as that sounds, and as awful as that sounds, I don't mean it like I abuse drugs or anything. I mean, like, I've been exposed to so many chemicals in my life, I should have been dead a long time ago. Like, I used to... in my industrial days, I worked with a lot of chemicals. And just... it's so weird how many things I've been exposed to. Didn't know it either. Then when I learned about the processes later, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's toxic. I mean, nothing was really truly hazardous. Like, it was all safe levels, but I was exposed to so many things so many times that it's like, oof, okay, I might be immune to this stuff now. And there's a chance I might still go back to industrial work, like, you know, machining and such, which won't be chemical exposure, thankfully. No more than coolants. Because by trade, I'm a CNC machinist, but I really don't want to go back to that. Especially if I'm going to go to, like, a small shop. Well, actually, the small shops usually treat you better. They just pay a little less. But that's the problem, is they don't pay nearly as much as a big shop would, but the big shops treat you poorly. That rag's done. Next one. So I've been through some stuff. I mean, it was all for the sake of getting that work experience and trying to earn a better paycheck, but sometimes it just don't happen. There we go. I can't leave that on there, so I gotta wipe it off. Ooh, man, that made some noise. Squeak! Oh, that's pretty. That's real pretty. Look at that. That's nice. It doesn't even need to be pretty, I'm just making it pretty. Like, I am removing any chance of being exposed to anything I don't want to be exposed to. There we go, and a little water wipe. Just to remove any residue. Damn, this track. All these go hard. Oh, this is a different band. Okay. In fact, this might have been used in a game. Okay, this one's the alcohol. This one's water. This one's dry. Alright, oops. I got a piece of fuzz in here. There we go. Got it. Okay. Let's get this sucker open and... see about this. She went to a place for drafting interview that had their own shop attached to the building. Never had a job in machining, though. They're a piper by trade. Ah, okay. I mean, it's hit or miss. It really is. Oil, nice. Okay, cool. You get to play with the fun stuff. Oils and gases, nice. It's interesting to see how many, like, different, how should I put it, like, how many requirements there are for, like, just something simple, like, you get a hold of a piece of pipe, like, any schmuck grabs a pipe and goes, okay, it's a pipe, cool. You might look at it and you might see the 4 different applications it has. Like, someone might go, oh, this is a pipe, I can just put water through it. But they don't realize that copper pipe can be used for gas, water, all kinds of things. They might look at a PVC pipe and go, yeah, I can put, like, something through this. not know that they're doing like the most dangerous thing in the world by putting the wrong, product through the wrong kind of pipe. Everything has its purpose, everything has its uses. You gotta be careful with that stuff. SolidWorks is really fun to use. Oh, nice. That's the drafting software, right? It's been a minute since I've heard the name, so I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay, cool. I was pretty sure about that, but I don't want to make assumptions and look like a complete moron. Because there's plenty of that going around already. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful board. I used to make circuit boards, too. I've had my fingers in quite a few industries. I've made circuit boards, like bare printed circuit boards. I've made those. I've made CNC parts. I've made all kinds of crazy things. I should be able, honestly, to get any job I want. Hell, I've made, I've actually made the material that makes these semiconductor chips, or that becomes these chips later. Let's see here. You're trying to see if you can get some experience with it back then? It's good for machine parts and sheet metal. Nice. Oh yeah, you would be, basically, with that, you would be the engineer who handed over the code, the programs, and then the lead machinist would be the one who would check it before they actually made a part, just in case. It always has to be checked. Anybody who doesn't check is a fool. Or corporate. Corporate interferes with a lot of things. I'm seeing some dirty spots here, so I'm going to clean them up real quick. Like, right around the connectors here is kind of dirty. I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to try to do as little disassembly as possible, just to avoid causing any damage. Because as far as I can tell, everything... Ooh, okay, this is filthy right here. This... I don't know what the hell it is. Oh, the power switch. That was... Oh, okay, so this is the reset right here. Reset is a little button, and then this is the power switch. I can tell because it clicks. That crispy click. Let me see if it picks up. Oh, I think it clicked on the mic. Nice. Let me just see if I can clean this off a little bit. Because this has got, like, got hair and dust and dirt on it. Yeah. Swear by having good checkers? Yeah, you gotta have good checkers. If you... I've been to places that were, like I said, corporate. So they just go, oh, just run it. It's fine. You run it. A freaking boring mill, or no, a roughing mill just buries through the piece and hits the tombstone, and they go, whoa, what happened? It's like, I did what you told me to do. I ran it. Don't come back out here. Some people don't know what they're doing, and they force you to make mistakes. It's so funny. The number of stupid mistakes you can avoid is insane. Yeah. With the cable, let's see here. You had an issue where the cable tray cut in the building lid. Ooh. That's terrifying. Man. Those expensive mistakes are really bad. I mean, it's not just the money, but it's like the downtime too. Like, it's not just the repair cost. People think that's where it ends, is the repair cost. And you gotta remember that causes downtime. That's, ooh, there's some crap on here too. What the hell? Again? Hold up. We picked another playlist and it's doing it again. I don't know what this ballroom music is, but this ain't on my playlists. Not that I'm opposed to it, it's nice music, but what the hell? I think I need to send an email like, hey, what the hell's going on here? Or maybe I got something set up. Let me see here. Maybe I got something wrong. That's so weird that it did it again. construction crews are also expensive. Yeah, all that stuff is really difficult to deal with. Yeah, that really is all around bad to just have to fix all that crap. And it's like, man, come on. We're just trying to do our work. But you can't do anything about it. No. This is not what I want. Something isn't right. This used to just loop the playlists. How do I change that again? Oh, I know what's wrong. I think I broke something when I updated all my stuff. Because I had to force script blocker back on my Chrome because they decided to break it. I think I broke it then. Let me see what happens. Next track, next track, next track. I'm just skipping through my playlist real quick to see if it pulls up something that isn't on it. I'm just tinkering for a moment. Okay, cool. I went through the entire playlist twice and it seems to work now. I think I broke that. That might be my fault. Oops. I hate when they play with stuff and you gotta fix things. Alright, where were we? But yeah, all the having to fix other people's mistakes sucks. I'm getting another Q-tip. Ugh, that's so gross.
Oh, that's so nasty. You know.
But yeah, if people would just check their stuff, you could avoid a great deal of mistakes, like you said before. It's just such a pain in the nuts to be the guy who gets to hear about it. It's like, I told you not to do that. I told you not to do it, but you flexed your position. Like I don't tell them that stuff to their face because they just get worse. So I just tell the owners, like, hey, look, this guy told us to do this, and he knew better. He knew we shouldn't be doing it like that. So, I don't know. You do what you gotta do, boss. Sounds like you accidentally autoplay on YouTube. I actually turned off autoplay on YouTube entirely. Like, you can actually turn that off in your settings. So if you turn it off in your account settings, it turns off autoplay entirely, which is pretty handy. I got tired of it, like, jumping ahead when I want to take something off a playlist. Like, right after I'm done watching it. So now I have the chance to do that. There we go. Man, look at all that nasty gunk that was just sitting on the board. Ugh. Gross. And there's still more, too. It's like fine dust. And I'm just trying to not damage any of these parts on here. Oh, gross. Oh, that is so foul. Ew. End up catching some crazy dumb stuff when you get on projects, like things clipping the concrete. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I could picture that. Oh my god. Yeah, they never want to pay someone to check. They just, it should have been right the first time. It should, but it sometimes isn't. That's why we need someone to check it. Get your head out of your rear end and let us check it, please, instead of rushing us. But yeah, that's a thing. Oh, and people wonder why there are delays on stuff. It's because usually because someone kicked out the checker, and the checker couldn't, do his job because he was thrown out. And then, sorry, I'm pulling it off camera because I need to see from the light behind me. To see that I'm getting all the nasty pieces of dust and, like, there's actually grease on this board. So I'm trying to remove it so it doesn't cause any shorts. Excuse me. I hiccuped as soon as I said shorts. Yuck. Okay, that looks good. That looks... Ooh. Wow. Filthy. There's some mysterious marks on this board. I don't know what they are, but they come off. And they shouldn't be here. It's really strange. They're not harm. Son of a... Again? I'm going to send them an email about that later. That's weird. Maybe I got some kind of setting on that I don't know about. One sec. Something's not right. Why does it keep doing that to me? I only want to play the list. I don't know what this is either. The heck? I'm back off of the metal playlist because I wanted to try something else, but man, what the heck? Huh? That's so strange. But let's see here. Problems in our business. Good checkers are old guys that have been doing it for... Yeah. Nobody wants to pay them. Yes, I know. That happens in machining, too. Ugh. I hate seeing that. And they try to get them to come back when they retire, because they find out that retirement doesn't pay as much as they thought it does. So they need a little extra. They go, oh, we'll pay you under the table. And they pay them like $12 an hour. And then they wonder why the guys leave after a couple months. It's like, yeah, that money doesn't mean squat. I've seen it dozens of times. The old masters come back for a little bit, then they get mad. Because taking that little pay doesn't help. And it cuts into like their benefits or something. It's so messed up. I've learned from some of those old guys. But it's so sad that that's the industrial work. You do all the hard work and then they just try to get someone to do it cheaper. I mean, that's the short version of it. Alright, this console looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry too much about the back. Because it's, you know, it's the back. We're not going to see it. I know that sounds lazy, but honestly. Oh, I'm going to clean this section here. Clean the AV adapter. There we go. Well, I made up the $12 an hour. I'm sure they got more than that, but yeah, that number I made up. It's just that I know they pay them less. Because I've taken a few jobs that they were like, oh yeah, we actually intended to get like an old guy to do this job instead. Someone who just needs some money, you know, during retirement. Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, but we'll still train you to do it. That's fine. Like, alright, cool. Okay, I'm missing something. What am I missing? Why aren't you setting in? Oh, there it goes. Nope, wait, no, it doesn't. Hold on. I need better lighting to check the patterns. Oh. I see what I'm missing. It's not going over the posts properly. There we go. Okay. Yeah. The $12 an hour is illustrative purposes only. I don't know what they actually got paid. I just know it was less than they used to make when they were actually legit working before they went to retirement. Like, I know they can get away with it. Because what they'll do is they'll only work part-time, so they can still continue to claim their retirement money. It's usually like Social Security and such. That's why, like, if you ever see greeters at, like, Walmart and stuff, they only work, like, 4 hours. Just for example. Because they're just retirees trying to pad their... Damn it! Did it again. But they're just trying to pad their retirement a little bit. You know, a little extra money. Make things a little lighter. I'm gonna send them an email tomorrow like, hey, did I mess something up or has something changed? It hates my playlist. It hates both my playlists. Because it did that at the end of the metal playlist too. It should have looped back around like it used to. I must have changed something, or something has changed on the website. Because I don't see like a loop button anywhere. I was looking for it. It's a damn shame because I like this website. Like, I know I'm safe with all this music. Because I have gotten sort of bonked, for playing music. I was like, yeah, this is probably dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I played a little Beastie Boys music. Like, I actually just straight up, back in my Twitch only days, I just straight up showed the music video for one of the songs while I went to the bathroom, just, you know, for something for people to look at while I was away. I got slapped for that. They're like, don't do that. Okay, fine. I didn't get in trouble, but it's just like, yeah, I got a warning. Like, whoops. So yeah, don't do that. Waiting for the Shirley Temple song again. It's just pulling random stuff too. Like as soon as it pieces out from my playlist for whatever reason, it goes back to anything. Like whatever it finds next. Alright, this is not seating correctly. That's not good. I did something wrong. Oh, never mind. Now it's seating correctly. I just didn't seat it correctly. Okay. It's going to go to another one, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know who you are. Get out of here. Wait, we already played this one. We played this too. How about this one? Get off! Get off my freaking thing! Damn it! This is weird. Yeah, I really gotta send them an email like, hey, I think I broke something or something is broken. Somehow, something ain't working right. And I can't download these tracks and just use them on my own. Which I'd really like to do, instead of having to rely on a website. Because I actually had to change my my audio settings back to the way they used to be, so it would pick up. Because I made it so it would stop picking up stuff, so I could watch streams and do streams at the same time under certain circumstances. Like when I was when Monster Hunter came out, I was watching two people play it while I was playing it and streaming it at the same time. So I had two streams running, and I was streaming it myself. So yeah, crazy things. I do weird things. I'm a weird person. It's a little bit weird. Anyway, so yeah. And occasionally I have my two voices. They're approximate voices. Because it certainly wouldn't do to get sued over doing a really good voice. Ooh, look at that. Okay, hey, focus, focus. Camera, wake up. We're looking at this. Please. Damn it, camera. Where is that? Here we go. Oh, that's the problem. Autofocus doesn't know what it's doing. Boom. It's a good thing I know how to fix these things. But look at it's so nice and pretty now. The buttons feel very clean. I have no problem with this. I might not have needed gloves today. These are, like, this was the dirtiest one. I expected it to be kind of nasty. So, that's cool. I mean, it's just been sitting in storage in, like, a household that allows smoking and has pets. So I didn't want to be exposed to something that I wouldn't like. Because my sinuses are not happy about such things. Alright. We still got cartridges to clean, too. I might not do those today. We might just test with Sonic and like, yeah, cool. Because we still got the testing phase. Ooh, oh, these driver bits are tinier. Or, I need a tiny bit for this, because these heads are smaller. That's kind of funny. I've never seen what a 3 looks like on the inside. I've never seen what a 2 looks like. I've torn apart a 1 before. Way back in the day. Huh. Okay, that's weird. I'm having trouble hitting these screw heads at all. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oof, wow. That is crunchy. That is taking some effort to remove. I'm not convinced I'm hitting that. 1 sec, I'm using some different lighting to check it. Okay, it is. I think it's turning. Excuse me. Let's see, we're gonna give it a partial turn just to see if it looks different. Okay, it is in fact turning. Very cool. Okay, and I can see in the camera that it's backing out too. It made the snap noise, and it's like, oh, did I break it loose or did I break it? That always, there we go. That always scares the crap out of me. That's something I learned to listen to as a kid. Okay, what is it doing? I see it seeking. I'm just going to reset that site now. Just to see if I can, wow. Huh. Weird. It actually crashed. I think my browser crashed. Hopefully my stream's still going. Okay, the stream still exists. That's a good thing. Okay, I can see myself. That's good. Good, good, good. All right. Huh. My site that I get music off of is down. Maybe they were watching. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Yeah, the stream is cool. I was basically troubleshooting everything all at once to see if see if perhaps the site that I'm pulling music from is having trouble. I think it's them. Oh, it came back. It came back. Okay. I am going to, you know what? Let's pull the metal list again. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it craps out of there or not. Oh, phone died while you're in the shower. Oops. Well, the playlist played around with us again. And in case you didn't see it, Farrell, the 2 is nice and pretty now. It looks very pretty. So that mission is accomplished. You missed us chatting about how the various industries are basically cheating the old people who know what they're doing. The old pros, I should say. They're cheating the old pros. And cutting corners and such. Various things. Because that's a thing. That's a very real thing that happens in a lot of industries. Oh, excuse me. Tea time. Oh. You know what? I just realized this whole time I didn't even have the, the game key giveaway going. Oof. Speaking is hard now. I mean, things have been pretty dead on Twitch side anyway, but still. That doesn't mean I can't be giving away game keys anyway. That whole time the timer was running, and I didn't look the giveaway going. Oops. I'm an idiot. Sometimes I screw things up. Oops. Alrighty, well, you have a good night, Farrell. Get you some good rest, and hope you have a good Friday. I can't seem to get this last screw. I think it might be too far in. Let's see if I have a tool that reaches in there. Let's see if this one makes it. It's weird, I could reach one but not the other. They should be the same. Oh crap. That's not good. Let's see here. Can I use this? So I think this is my extension right here. Can't reach it with this either. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. I got this whole toolkit I'm pulling from. It's not gonna reach in either. Man, what in the heck? Okay, let's try an unconventional approach. I'm just gonna drop the bit in there and try to just grab the end of it. Oh, the magnet draws it out, right? Crap. Okay, different approach. I'm gonna drop the bit in again, however, I'm going to use another tool to turn it. Because I will not be defeated by this. It is very difficult to stop me. So now I'm just gonna make sure it's seated. Slide my finger off. There it is. There was the crispy click. Oops. I don't need a click from that. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it stayed on the list. Never mind. I thought that long pause meant it was going to leave the list. Oop, crap, I just launched it. No, 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 no. I thought I lost my tool. Scary. Alright. It's like surgery, but I'm getting there. Man, this is crazy. It tried to run... Yeah, the bit tried to go flying. Oh, it still comes up short. Bummer. And I wonder... okay, that won't help. Alright. Yeah, I still gotta do it the hard way. Okay, that's fine. All this just to get it open and find out that it probably doesn't need to be cleaned. Like if I had a small, what do you call it? A small ratchet that this tool would fit into, it'd probably be perfect. Hey, come on. Not enough to release it yet. Crap. I was hoping I turned it enough times to knock that screw loose. Or at least to remove it, I mean. Just get a few more turns on it and see what I can do. You know, this music actually slightly reminds me... It doesn't sound just like it, but for some reason all of a sudden I started thinking of the Splatterhouse game for the Xbox 360. Ooh, I think I got it loose enough to open. Right, no I don't. Oh! Wait a minute. I'm in the wrong freaking thing. Maybe that's my problem. Oh, I can't reach either of these. Okay. Well, that sucks. I got a driver. I know where it is. One sec. I gotta go grab it. I got one that I can fit in there. That I'll reach. That's unusual. Can't find it. Screwdriver I went hunting for disappeared. I'm gonna try a different one, but I don't think this will fit at all. Yeah, that's massive. Huh. The one I'm supposed to have around disappeared. No, the confusion, I must have moved it and forgot where I put it. But I have a different idea. I forgot I had one of these jeweler kits. Just found it. Wasn't what I was looking for, but alright. Let's try this precision kit here. Sometimes lose your precision screwdrivers? Yeah. That's why I bought this whole kit that I showed earlier. Like, I got this kit on Amazon. And it closes up real nice. Well, when it closes. But I was like, oh, cool. It's got everything. It has nearly everything, I should say. It's only missing a few things, like the old, what is it, 8.5 that I think is used for old NES cartridges and such like that. It's a security driver. Oh boy, here's the hard part about using these. I need my pliers again. Because getting grip on these is fine, but breaking something loose with them is another story. Oh, wow. That's a fight and a half. And I don't think I got it loose. Oof. Wow. Let's try this other one. Okay, this one's coming loose. I think. Actually, maybe it's not. Well, there it is. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere with this one. Ah, there we go. Got it. There's one. Hey, so far we're holding the list. Nice. Some good old metal. Actually, I kind of wish there was some tracks like this one band I really like, but I can't seem to find it. But it's symphonic metal. It's this band that used to be called Rhapsody, now it's just called Rhapsody of Fire. They had to change names for legal reasons, like copyright or whatever. I think I know why, and it's stupid. Oh, there we go. I think I got Crispy Click. Man, they are freaking amazing. I started listening to them like right around 2000. And their music videos are weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you remember Rhapsody? Nice. They're so awesome. And I like that all their songs, well, I shouldn't say all of them, but most of them, if you listen to them in the right order, it tells a story. Like, it has an entire lore that it's trying to tell you throughout the whole thing. It's like, dude, that's awesome. No one does that. No one else does that, I should say. That's so cool. I actually want to learn their songs. They got major Lord of the Rings vibes. Yeah. I think that's like the kind of yeah, no, I get you. But I think that's the kind of setting they're trying to set within their whole universe. No, can't speak. More tea. But yeah, within the universe that they're trying to build with their songs. Man, look at this. The size difference between the 2 and the 3 is so ridiculous. Oh my god, look at that. Just this little itty bitty thing. Like, I can literally palm this. I'm not a giant person, but man. 3 is so itty bitty. Man, I'm going to be listening to Rhapsody all freaking day tomorrow, I think, now. Now that I thought about them again, like, every time I think about them, I gotta listen to their music for, like, a week. Yeah, this is the Genesis 3. This is the last Genesis they put out. Like, the last legitimate Genesis they put out. Yeah, it stunned me to see it when it was still in stores when I saw it. For the first time. I was like, holy crap. And we looked at it and we're like, okay, it's just another Sega Genesis. We don't need another one. We still have the Model 1. The Model 1 is the one that most people are used to seeing, I think. Like most people that had one back... Wow. That's disgusting. Look at that. Ugh. All that nicotine and tar that just came off of this thing. Oh, gross. That's the primary reason I'm wearing gloves. I used to smoke back in the day. I don't want to get exposed to it again. There, the playlist started over. Cool, it works now. Weird. Well, this one's going to be significantly easier to clean. There are a lot less grooves and slots to clean. Yeah, I hope it works. I hope, man. We take our wins however we get them. But I was thinking of a song. Like, there was a song stuck in my head. And I couldn't remember it properly, so I couldn't remember what it was. I'm like, man, it gives me Castlevania vibes. And that was in this song. I think it was this song that I was thinking of, and I couldn't place it. That riff there. It's so good. It's so Castlevania-like. I love Castlevania games. I mean, I love Metroidvanias, so I still love Metroid games more, but I love them all. They're so good. I mean, my favorite game ever is a Metroidvania. I still want to get the Japanese version of it and get a cartridge converter so I can play it. Now, get on. There we go. Get some good polishing on that. Oops. Starting to tear the paper towel apart. We're shredding it. Maybe I'm going a little too fast, though. Your favorite game is between Mag and Slay the Spire. Mag? What was Mag again? I know Slay the Spire. In fact, I have yet to play Slay the Spire, believe it or not. I think I have it. I just haven't touched it yet. Like, there's dozens of games I have that I haven't touched yet. Let me just polish this off real quick. I think this one's going to need nothing but outside cleaning. Because the 3 is a bit more well-contained, whereas the 2 had so many openings. But I gotta lift this up. Wait, when you say mag, you mean the first-person shooter? Is that the one you're talking about? Or am I looking... or did I pull the wrong game? It was an FPS with a big... Oh my god! Okay, that game gotcha. I remember hearing about it. That's a shame when such an ambitious project bankrupts a company like that. It's like, damn. I remember hearing about it, and I think it disappeared before I even got to try it. Let's get a little polish on this. It was so good, man, I missed out. That sucks. I hate that I miss out on things like that. I think back then I was playing... Let's see here, that was 2010. Oh, yeah, I was playing the crap out of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at the time. Because that had just popped up on 360 the year before. So I was all about Call of Duty then. At least I'm pretty sure. Because, man, we used to play that, like... That was every moment that I wasn't at work or eating. Back then, I used to still smoke cigarettes. Ugh. So your copy's just a brick disc now. Ooh. Ooh. That sucks. Man. It sucks when stuff like that happens. It's just like, man. Nothing I can do with it now. Except look at it and go, I miss that. Man, I got a few games like that where I'm like, man, I want to play it. Oh, it doesn't exist anymore. Ugh. I forgot what I just did that with recently. I wish it still existed. I mean, like, there's some games that exist that, you know, they just go to private servers and stuff. But it's like, do you really want to mess with the private servers? Because if people don't know about them, they're not going to get on them. And then, in that case, if it's a console game, then you can't do squat with it unless you're going to tamper with the console. Which a lot of people don't want to do. Which is a good thing. The less people there are messing with consoles, the better. I mean, I guess once a console's off the market, who cares, but still. I know I had to deal with a lot of cheaters back in the day because people would tamper with consoles. I have no clue if anyone tried to host it privately. It sounds a little too heavy for someone to take on privately, honestly. But maybe they tried, I don't know. You would have to nose around, and then you'd have to be... I would urge you to be very, very, very cautious with it, just in case. Yeah, some people still host... I was actually thinking about that as I said that. I was thinking the PSO servers, because they do the PSO, they do a PSO Blue Burst, they do PSU servers. They do it all. It's quite impressive. Man, there's a bunch of screws in here, and I'm not sure where most of them go. I'm gonna have to be mindful of where I pulled them from. So I gotta put them back quickly with my goldfish memory. I think this one holds the shielding and... Yep, holds the shielding and the board down. Okay. Man, this is pretty. This is really pretty. Look at that circuitry. And it's so well contained I don't have to do anything. Huh, it's funny. It smells more like perfume than anything else. Okay. I'll take it, that's fine. There is no reason for me to have this open any longer. It's so nice, isn't it? Let's put these back before I forget. Because goldfish memory is going to strike. And I'm going, oh, oops. I don't need to do the oops. Because oops is where we really screw things up. I want to keep this old hardware working as long as I can. Okay, I know this is a spot. Man, that is so freaking shiny. I'm glad I cleaned that off. I think it was this one. Okay, there we go. It wasn't the one over here. It was over here. Alright, cool. Alright, well that's good. That's really good. Oh, right, I forgot to polish this. Oops, that's the alcohol. No, wait a minute, that can't be the alcohol. Oh, crap. I crossed all my... What the hell? Not this again. Just when we thought it was safe. I'm sending an email tomorrow. In fact, I might send it right after this stream. Not an angry email, just a, hey, guys. Or people, I should say. Hey, people, it's not working right. Please help me. It pulled random music again. Why? I don't want to explore. I just want to listen to what I'm listening to. Oops. And now I know how I messed up and put the wrong substance on the bottle. Or the rag. Because I must have meant to grab the water and I didn't. Oops. Actually surprised by how clean this is. Or how clean it comes, I should say. All it takes is a little alcohol and a bit of water. Alright, dry off, please. Yeah, it's not bad. This one was already kind of flat. It's not as shiny as the two. The one is definitely the shiniest. Most shiny? Eh, whatever. I'm not an English major. There, that polished okay. It's got some scuff sections on it. I don't know why, but it won't polish. It's kind of weird. Maybe I ruined it with the alcohol. Because that has been known to happen where the plastic gets into it. Neither have I. You know, it's funny. I actually, I didn't realize how many things an English degree can actually do. Like, you know, I thought, oh, you could be an English teacher, like everyone else. But I was seeing this woman for a little bit who had an English degree. Like, she was an English major. I'm like, oh, so what can you do with an English major? Like, I legit don't know. Please. I'm interested. And she described to me a bunch of things that, you know, she could potentially do, work-wise, with an English degree. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I had no idea. There's so many... It was a big list. It blew my mind to the point where I forgot every single thing on it. But I was like, man, that is impressive. I have no idea what happened with her either. She just kind of stopped responding to my messages out of nowhere. I'm like, aw. Maybe she thought she embarrassed herself or something. Didn't bother me none. But, oh well. Everybody's got their stuff that they worry about. Dating's a weird thing. Okay, that one's good. Nice and tight. You gonna stay on the list or are you gonna screw around again? What do we got? What do we got? That's still on the list. Yeah, I think proofreading might have been on there. But surprisingly, there were... I think the parts that really surprised me were like the things that I had no concept. Oof, wow, that is... That's really stiff. I don't know if that was always stiff or not. Wow. The movement of that button is so crunchy. Or, not button, switch, I should say. The movement of that switch is very crunchy. The reset button is very the power switches. That's really hard to push. But yeah, there are lots of things that you can do with an English degree, surprisingly. Like I said, it was a huge list to the point where I forgot everything on it because I'm just like, oh, wow, that's impressive. I don't know if she thought maybe I was oh yeah, it's right. At first she did think I was mocking her when I was like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Holy crap. Like, I think the way I said it, maybe it sounded wrong. I was like, no, I'm genuinely, I mean, that's impressive. That's a lot of stuff you could do with that. That's so cool. Let's see here. What am I going to do next? You know what? Let's test some games. I want to make sure these work. Let me... Where'd I put my cable? Oh, here it is. I bought a brand new AV cable for it. Because I was given the RF switch. I'm like, oh, hell no. No. I'm not pulling out a VCR to make this work. There's no way I'm doing that. So I bought a replica cable, hoping it'll work. Because it's got all the appropriate cables and everything. Ooh. That new cable smell. I know I'm weird. I like the new cable smell. I like the new electronics smell. The gloves are coming off. I don't need them. Where's that power pack? I need the power brick for it. I found the power. Oof. This is gonna need cleaning soon. A little gross. But these two, thankfully these consoles both use the same power, which has this little weird yellow end to it. I'm glad they're the same, because ooh. Alright. Got some power going to it. And we got this. Hopefully this cable's long enough to reach my system, my hookup over there. I really want to just put these things up here and try. Let's put my screwdriver kit away first. I might need the extra space. Oops. You know, I put away the kit. I'm like, oh wait, I still have the driver in my hand. Oh, oops. There we go. I don't need the kit anymore. For now. Hopefully. Let's see here. So, how far does this reach? It's crazy to see this old 9-pin adapter. 9-pin connector, I should say. That's what goes. Arrow up. People were complaining that these bend easily. Like, no kidding. Why do you think they stopped using 9 and 13-pin connectors? Because they suck. Which is funny because the Sega Saturn has one too, but it's... The Saturn, I think, is a 13 or 15-pin. I can't remember. Because I tried to use it on these. I'm like, ooh, it doesn't fit. Uh-oh. Wait, where are you? You're somewhere, Fox. Oh, found you. Plugged in now. The PS2, probably? Oh, the GameCube's plugged in there. Okay. Well, GameCube, I'm going to borrow it. This. Okay, you know what? These cables are already a little sussy. You never seen a Saturn? Oh, snap. You've never seen one of these. Ignore that. Ignore that part. Good old Sega Saturn. Yeah, the Sega Saturn was so much fun. It's a shame that the library is kind of smallish. Like, the library, the parts of the library I give a crap about are pretty small. I guess it's just that you practically lived at the game store as a kid. Yeah, me too. In fact, the local GameStop, they used to know me by name. They'd have my account pulled up before I finished walking in the door. Like, oh, he's here. I kept that place going. But as a kid, I did went to the stores a lot. But I did a lot of like selling and trading and all that. Let's just pull the controller right now. I'm not gonna clean the other controllers, so I'm just gonna use this one from my replica system because it has the same exact adapter. Let's give it a good old plug in. Plug that in right there. I said we're going to plug it in right there. Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. Used to go to Hollywood Video and Game Crazy. Oh, man. I don't think we ever had a Game Crazy around here. Where did I put... Oh, here it is. Start with Sonic 1 in this thing. I think this is about as much space as I'm going to get out of that cable. Oh, never mind. Got some more. Let's see here. I need my headset back so I can hear what the heck I'm doing. Alright, we're going to cut the music for a minute. Because I need to bring up my... what do you call it? My capture software. I turn that on, and come on, let's go. No signal, no kidding. I'm aware of that. Let's see here, it was this one? Maybe? Oh, now it's going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Let's turn this off briefly. Okay, let's find out how well this works. Click. Oh! Uh-oh, we only got one side audio. Oops. Huh. Okay, the cable's faulty. I've only got one side audio right now. That sucks. Piece of junk. Well, you don't notice, but it's in my headset. I'm only getting left side. The right side doesn't work at all. But it works, it works. That's the important thing. I can always just return the cable and get another one. And I'm happy to hear that, because when I play this on my other console, I don't get the Sega, it just shows it for a sec. It's super annoying. I gotta admit though, it looks weird. It looks funky. Like, I know this is how it used to look. But it's, oof, and it's flickering too. Oh, this cable's garbage. This cable is complete garbage. This music sounds familiar. Wait, I just had this. Damn it. My camera cable's in the way. It's hard to see parts of the screen. Where is it? Here it is. I didn't want to miss the bonus stage. Yeah, that glitching is terrifying. And another thing that bothers me is there's a box around the screen. So it's a little funky. We'll see how Sonic 2 looks. But I anticipate that's probably going to be about the same. Damn it, I keep hitting the blasted thing. Here it is. This is the one I want. We're going here. I refuse to lose. I don't care if my camera cable's in the way. Get out of the way. I got a Chaos Emerald to get. Okay, so this works. And the thing is, like, the funky messiness could be this console, too. It could be the 3. Alright, so we tested that. That's pretty good. Now we're gonna go ahead and try the 2. We're gonna put the 2 in. We're gonna put 2 in the 2. Put 1 in the 3. We're gonna put Sonic 2 in the 2. Let me just unplug this. Wow, those connectors are tight, super tight. So we're going to plug this bad boy in, see what we get. Wow. These connectors are super tight, though. It's a little scary. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this goes this way. Okay. And we just need Sonic 2 over here. I still can't get over how good this looks. I didn't have to do much of anything, and I legit thought that this was a bootleg when I first got it, because it's just too new. It looks too new, I should say. Okay. Lights up real nice. Uh-oh. We had something for half a sec. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Mega! Classic. I love it. Okay, I got stereo sound now. It's still flashing though. So I might need to get a different cable. But it's not entirely broken. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get a Chaos Emerald. Shit. Not like that, we're not. We're going to try to get a Chaos Emerald and do the reset trick and see if it keeps. Because that doesn't work on my, my other console. Because I tried it on my my Retron, and I got nowhere. Well, I got disappointed. That's what I got. I got disappointed. Zip through here. Let's go. Why was it split screen? That was for 2-player mode. So you can have 2 players playing at the same time. Because for some reason they like to showcase the 2-player features in the demo mode. It's kind of hard to fail the first one unless you, like, really miss a bunch. Oh, I just realized I'm probably getting double audio. I totally forgot that I was going to do that. Oops. That's kind of embarrassing. Oh well. I can fix that later. Okay, now for the real test. Will it do what I want it to do? I could go get another emerald right now, but I'm not going to, because we're going to reset and see if it keeps. There's a little thing about Sega hardware, about the Genesis hardware, I should say. It doesn't dump the RAM when you restart. It doesn't dump all of it anyway. So what should happen is I should go into the bonus stage and get a different one. And I should be able to get the second emerald. So you can have Supersonic before you finish Green Hill Zone. It's totally a thing you can do. There we go. Do this. Alright, what was over here? Oh yeah, that's a little nugget that we found out when I was a kid. Alright, here we go. This should be a different one if it works. Oh, it didn't work. Shit. Okay, something's not right. I was Google searching yesterday to make sure that this was a worthwhile effort. But maybe I did it wrong. In fact, I'm going to look that up real quick, because maybe I'm doing it wrong. Okay, maybe the pause was wrong. I could have sworn you had to pause it. So maybe that's the part I'm doing wrong. Because actually the reset trick is actually necessary to beat the X-Men game. Because if you, what was it? There's a part where you go to beat the level after one of the stages in, I think it was just called X-Men. I forget. Hell, I was talking about it in the last stream I did, and Farrell's like, oh yeah, it was this one. Because you remembered what I was talking about. But at the end of one of the stages, like the story is that the danger room got infected with a virus, and to remove the virus, you have to reset the system. So what they have you do is you have to reset the actual console, and the console will go to the next stage when you start the game back up. Okay, I'm going to do it here. I'm not going to pause this time. See what happens. But if you can't reset the console with the reset button, you cannot finish that game. It's actually physically impossible to finish the game without that. Which is absolutely crazy, but that's how it works. Oops. I missed the jump. Boom. Dale's just casually taking one for the team there. Alright, let's see if it works. Damn it, it didn't work again. I'm doing something wrong somewhere. Somewhere I'm doing something wrong. Weird. Huh. Because that's the same stage over and over and over. That's not right. And I know this is supposed to work. I've done it before. I did it on a Model 1, though. So, perhaps... Well, no. It says it works on 1, 2, and 3. So I must be doing something wrong. Man, this controller does not like going in an original console, though. Oh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's jam it in the 3 and see what happens. I know this is a legit... whatchamacallit? At least I'm pretty sure this is a legit cartridge. It should be. I don't have a bootleg to compare it to. At least I don't have a... I should say I do have bootleg Genesis cartridges that I could compare to, but it didn't match up to those. Oh, wrong camera. Because this is the version of Sonic 2 that was assembled in the US. So since it was so pretty, that's why I thought it was fake. But I mean, I got the box and everything. The manual, all of it matches up. Like everything, like if you get a bootleg, it doesn't say assembled in such and such. They deliberately leave off all that data. I'm going to open this thing up and find out if it's real. I got the drivers for this. Where do I have them? Oh, I know exactly where those drivers are. Special little driver kit for this. And I picked these up. You can open up Super Nintendo cartridges. You can open up old 8-bit Nintendo cartridges. You can open up all sorts of things with these. Because it comes with a 3.8, a 4.5. Yeah, NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy. I can open up a lot of things with this kit. And it's just a little 3-driver kit. But what I want is the 3.8. Here it is. This 3.8 driver should open up Genesis cartridges the same way it opens up NES cartridges. Because they use the same security driver. We're going to find out if this is real. Oh shit, that's right. this is the cartridge I opened up to fix, I think. Yeah, I fixed it. Because the cartridge was rattling. So what I did was I put some insulation tape around the posts here to keep it from rattling anymore. I might not be able to close it back up after I do this. Just gently pry this up a little. Because the tape I put in there around the posts makes it very tight. Because they just wore out. It happens. See, there's the tape I added. But yeah, this is real. The bootlegs do not have, Sega, made in Japan, all that. Bootlegs have completely different chips in them. So this is real. And I know the consoles are real. Because there's no way in hell my mother would have had bootleg consoles. There's no way in hell. So I'm doing something wrong. I must be doing something wrong, I should say. But that's so bizarre. Because I used to do that all the time without fail back in the day. Man, that's so strange. I'm going to have to like really research that and find out what is going on with not being able to utilize that trick. Because if I do ever get that X-Men game, I need to know that I'm doing it right. Because I'm going to be super pissed if I play that for like an hour or two, get to the point where you have to reset it, and then it just goes back to start. Like, oh. Because that fooled us for so many years when we kept renting that game. Because we'd rent that back from a local rental place. Back in the day, I mean, we'd rent that from the local rental place. And we never got past that stage because we didn't realize when it says reset the system, it means reset the actual physical console. We're like, that doesn't make any sense. One day I did it just for giggles. And I was like, guys. I grabbed my brothers and I'm like, look, I'm on a different stage now. Like, what? What'd you do? It's like, when it says reset the system, it means reset the console with the reset button. And we're all like, what the hell? That made no sense. Reminds you of Metal Gear Solid with Psycho Mantis. Right. All those weird things. All that super strange stuff. I'm going to look that up again real quick. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I missed a step. That's why. There was another step that I forgot existed. I had to research this again just to make sure. So, the trick is you collect emeralds, and then you do a soft reset. You just push the reset button. Okay, come on. Plug in, please. Oh, good lord. I'm already starting to bend these pins up. Wow. They weren't kidding about these pins being stupidly easy to bend. I need something to bend it back. Wow. How the hell did this stuff survive us as children? I wasn't this patient as a kid. This is so dumb. This is such a terrible hookup system. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was just being impatient again, apparently. Go figure. Alright, power cable, come here. Gotta plug you back in again. Because I am determined to get this right. Power on. Ooh, that was some glitching. That was fun. Oh man, I heard that from my headset, and my headset was on the floor. Oh, I should plug in my controller. Yeah, that's just demo mode showing you the two-player split screen feature. Alright, so. Okay, so I just play it this way. So I can start from there. If you want the easiest way to play that minigame, you have to get rid of tails. Because any rings he gets and he gets hit, you lose them. Because he's not going to collect them. Not properly. Come on. Stupid bug bot. Get out of the way. Oops. There we go. That was almost flawless. Almost. Alright, let's go. So the trick was that you go into the menu, and you start from there, from the options menu, and that's how it keeps the memory. Because the one thing that doesn't entirely get reset is your emeralds counter. Because it's actually still stored in the RAM. So, if I get it right, it'll work. Oh, and also, the rings required goes down if you're solo mode, without tails. It adjusts a little bit. You know, all the old crazy tricks are so fun. Just like most people know the Konami code for old Contra, well, and some old NES games besides just Contra. Actually, I used to know the level select code for this game and the debug code too for this game and Sonic 1. I used to know those game codes by heart. It was crazy. And actually, the, what do you call it? I feel like the plug is working better now, too. Alright, we're gonna pause. Oh, we don't need to pause. Here comes the reset. Nerve-wracking. But let's see what happens. Okay, go to options. It saved my settings. Sonic alone. I think this is gonna work. Alright, let's see here. Come on, we need some momentum. There we go. Oops. Come on. Get over. There we go. Perfect. That'll work. Let's find out. There it is. It worked. Okay. You have to do it through the menu. Because now I'll have the second emerald when I do this one. I can't see the number, my cable's in the way. I love how the difficulty goes up. Hey, you like these bombs? Here's some more. Jackpot. You just keep doing this until you get all the emeralds. Wouldn't take long, you just have to keep doing it. And the best part is, if you fail, oh well. Do it again. You just keep doing it. So it's not really a big deal. They do come up quick. They do really come up fast. Like, there's a point where you have to dodge and weave between them. I remember it being that difficult at some point. Yeah, you barely have a moment to react sometimes on these things. It will get awful. I might not have enough rings. Oh, came up one short. Let's fix that. There we go. Boop. Okay, pausing works too. Well, I think I used to just pause because it was convenient. See, now we're on the third one. Whoops. I should stop playing around. The good thing is that the patterns are always exactly the same. So if you study it, you can... It's not like it's a big deal. But if you have no capacity for learning it, you're boned. You can jump over it too. I just flip around it to show off. Whoop! Because the loop is always impressive. Oh, did I come up short? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Like, literally where it says how many rings to go, the camera I have dangling to show the consoles is in the way. Alright, so success. It works. That's good. That's real good. I'm not going to continue because that's another stream entirely. Because that's the Sonic challenges for later. I'm just thrilled that they work. I had exact rings. Oh shit. I got real close. You don't get any closer than that. Oof. I mean, I was on focus mode for a sec, I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh, I can only see parts of the screen. Ooh. Don't fail now. Don't look bad. You know? Ah, that's fun. I'm going to enjoy playing these games. Especially now that I can play them properly. I might find that X-Men game. I might. Maybe. Because now I know I can make it work. I had crossed it off my list just because I knew, or once I discovered that the that Retron console I have Once I discovered it couldn't do the reset trick, I'm like, oh, well, X-Men's off the list because you can't play that game without resetting. So that's no good. But it's nice to see that also the whoa, oh, right, of course. Sorry, I saw my Stream Deck do something weird. I'm like, that's weird. Why is it doing that? I forgot it. Damn it, I'm dropping things. It crosses off things and grays out stuff if I remove a scene or source or whatever, like turning off my capture software. I can't manipulate it anymore because it's not open. So it goes grayed out. Duh. Power back out of here. There, that way I don't accidentally step on something later and get zapped or something. It was a janky setup for a moment just because I just wanted to slap it together and try it. But it's really, really good to know that these things work. I'm going to have to still clean some cables. Ugh, it's kind of sticky, as the plastic tends to do over time. But that's cool. Those work. That's functional. The consoles are nice and pretty. They're already starting to get some oil on them from my hands, which is bizarre. But I guess that's going to be normal. I might even find some way to, like, coat them or something, just to protect it. Just another shot at the pretty, pretty console. Because I might as well have something on the screen while I sit here wrapping up cables. Oh man, you know what? Something absolutely killed me that I remember people used to do back in the day. When my mother gave me the consoles, because she's not going to use them. She doesn't play video games. But I remember back in the day, it's something we used to be guilty of. I'm going to use this controller as an example. I'm going to show people, just so people have a point of reference, something you should never do. So people used to wrap the cables around the controllers like this. Don't do this. Don't ever do this. Ever. It puts pressure. I know it has this relief on it, but it puts pressure on the cable and destroys it. I have had to replace so many cables because of that. I have to tear these controllers apart and did that. I know, I used to do it too. And it's something that people still do, because I bought secondhand controllers and they were just like that. So I learned how to do it right. I know, it was all my controllers too. I used to have to fix them back in the day and I kept trying to figure out why. And now as an adult, I realize that, now that I know how the electronics work. So, what I do is I coil it. This is free. Same on the plug. I actually use these Velcro straps on everything now, because it's just convenient as hell. You can just slide it around, just slide it up and down, and done. I buy these things in like packs of 100. I'm on my second one and it's almost empty. All my cables have these. But it is such a worthwhile thing to do. So you can see I already started doing it with the power pack. That was wrapped around too. They actually did that thing where some people like to take the cable and then they do that little twist so it's all tight, and then they wrap it around like this. So they do like this. Don't do that either. Don't put any unnecessary pressure on these old ass wires. They will break. And if it breaks inside the wire, you got to cut it open to find it. And you may never find it. I got lucky on all the ones I went to fix. On the old controllers, like, hell, where is it? Oh, that's right, I already fixed it. It was an old Xbox 360 controller. Someone had it really bound tightly, that old wrap method. So I had to tear it apart, rip out the wiring that goes into the controller, because it was one of the corded ones. I had to rip out the wiring and strip it down as close as I could, and then resolder it pretty much at the board. I didn't want to resolder at the board because I'll destroy it. I'm too clumsy. But I stripped it down right at the connector, and I had just like a fingertip worth of wire left. I'm like, whew. I soldered that together, wrapped it, tested it, and like, oh, it works. So I wrapped all the wiring so it will never move again. In fact, when I say wrapped, I mean I used heat shrink wrapping to insulate it and hold it together. And that controller still works, believe it or not. But wow, I was so mad. I bought that thing for like 20 bucks at a secondhand shop, and it worked for like 2 days. And then, like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! It was the only controller I had that was corded at the time too. But it was a strong reminder that people used to do that crap. So, yeah, pretty irritating. I mean, it's okay to use like twist ties, but the point is, do not put unnecessary pressure on wires. It is. It's a ton of work to fix it, but those controllers are getting harder and harder and harder to find. And that console, well, actually, I still have the wire, or the wire, the controller, because I was using Xbox 360 controllers back when it was only like it was only Xbox 360 and Xbox One at the time. I didn't want to spend $65 on an Xbox One controller when I could get a 360 controller to use on my PC, for a third of the price. So I'm like, fine, I'll just restore this controller, and I fixed it, and it worked great. And then once I moved on to using, because now I do use Xbox One controllers for my PC. Because I no longer had a 360 for a while. I was like, fine. So now the one I fixed stays with the 360 I have, because it might as well. It's where it belongs. That sort of thing. But once I started fixing stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm getting a little more bold. So I'm fixing like old consoles. So that idea, yeah, I may roll with that, man. I might go into that. That I think if I do advertise it, I'm going to go like really limited repairs, because I don't want to offer a service that I can't guarantee I can do. Because I'm going to feel like a total numbskull if someone sends me if someone sends me, like, say, a Virtual Boy. I need to fix my Virtual Boy. I've got to figure out why it won't start. But if someone sent me a Virtual Boy, for example, and then I go, sure, I can fix that, and then I make myself look like a complete dingus, and it's like, oh crap, it needs an entire like inverter or something. I'm just making things up, but like it needs a whole entire inverter for the power. It's like nobody sells those, and I am not fabricating one. Forget that. Got more Velcro. This is all I have left out of 100. This is my second bag of these. I love these. They're so good. You've never seen a Virtual Boy? Oh. Ooh. Hold my beer. No. Give me a sec. I will show you one briefly. Unfortunately, I can't power it on because it won't power on, but I have one. Where did I put it? Oh, I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. It's in a storage bin in my bedroom. I know where to find it. I said I'm getting ready to move soon, so I have things packed up. But I also keep things in storage bins that are like waterproof and watertight, so that way moisture can't get in there and ruin the electronics. As I'm still trying to figure out how and or why that the Super Scope I showed earlier, somehow the power supply in it blew a resistor, and I don't know why. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to keep things in like storage bins now that are waterproof, just in case. Because that Super Scope just like sat in a closet for years. And it might just be because it had batteries in it, and the batteries blew the resistor, which is good. I had a, what do you call it? A Nintendo Wii remote. Unfortunately, have a battery pack explode in it. because I had rechargeables in it, and it completely destroyed and corroded all the electronics in that controller. So that controller's dead. I had to throw it out. It could not be salvaged. I was so disappointed. I still have another one, thank goodness. But I had to buy a Wii U to get that thing. So it kind of sucks that I lost one of those controllers. Those things are a pain in the nuts to find now. One sec, I'm going to get that virtual boy. Oh, man. Oh, there's so much stuff in that bin. Okay. So there was a lot of stuff in that particular bin. Like, what was on top of it was the Mario Paint mouse pad. I do have the mouse and Mario Paint somewhere. But this is a piece of plastic that was the Mario Paint mouse pad. It was sitting on top of it. Oh man, the visor's a little the visor's a bit squished. It's not supposed to be pointy. Because you put your face in here. Because this is just the headset. But it got a little squished. But it's still pretty good. But unfortunately, damn, how did this get so dusty? That's so weird. There shouldn't be dust in there. I almost want to call the service number just to see if they would service it, but I'm pretty sure they don't. But you actually had a slider. Oh, hell. That didn't sound good. To adjust the distance for the eyepieces and then the focus for the lenses. Okay, you can't. Wow, that sounds awful. But what this did was, it would actually adjust the tilt of the lenses on the inside. Because it's just like modern VR headsets, where you have your in and out focus, and then you have your adjustments. But these adjustments are actually, some headsets only have this one on the outside. And then this adjustment is actually done software-wise. Because it instead of doing angles, it actually does spacing. But then, like, this would be the back and forward on a VR headset, like on PC or something. And then it actually had its own goofy controller, which actually had, the power was right here on the controller, and you would plug this into the console itself. And if you didn't want to use batteries, you could actually use the power pack, which was the same power pack as the Super Nintendo. But there were very few games that actually utilized both control sticks at the same time, even as trigger buttons back here. Matter of fact, I think there's one game in it right now that uses both of those. Oh no, that's Mario's Tennis. Never mind. I thought it was the boxing game. I actually like the boxing game. It's fun. It's called Telero Boxer, where you just control these, what do you call them? These boxing robots. And then here's the stand for it. So you actually attach the stand to the bottom, like down here. And then you can you just put this on the table, and it would sit on top of this unit here. And you just loosen it up, and it just grabs it up from the bottom. But then you can just angle it. People used to complain about getting headaches and stuff like that, like a proto PlayStation controller. Yeah, yeah, you're not too far off actually. And actually, this, I believe this was in production for the year it was in production. Was about the time that they were negotiating the Super Nintendo CD, which was eventually going to become the Nintendo PlayStation, which then became the Sony PlayStation. When Nintendo's like, yeah, you know what, we're gonna go work with Philips, which made the 3DO. The flop, the 3DO, unfortunately. Um, Nintendo was gonna go work with Philips instead. So like, yeah, never mind, Sony, sorry. And Sony's like, okay, fine. Screw you, we're gonna make it anyway without you. And that's how the Sony PlayStation came about, believe it or not. There's actually a whole video on that. I was like, wow, there were some details I didn't know. But Nintendo was going to partner with Philips until, for some reason, oh, that's right, because the Philips CDI, um, that console cost $600, and the discs for CDI loaded unbearably slow, like so stupidly slow. There are actually prototypes for the Mario game for CDI that never came out that people found. The CDI was awful. It's so atrocious. Like man, it sucked. And it sucked even more when I started hearing about the specs for it. It's like, wow, how in the world did anyone find that acceptable? Yeah, I mean, I know it was the 90s. I get that. But holy crap. Holy freaking crap. The Sega CD was a million times better and it was cheaper. Like, you could literally, I mean, you could get the Sega CD, you get the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD and a pile of games and spend $600. Or you could get the 3DO and, or the, sorry, the CDI, excuse me, not the 3DO, something else. The CDI and get nothing for $600. It's like, you wonder what's for dinner? Wait, that's a reference. I know it's a reference. You're gonna have to tell me because I'm dumb right now. It's like almost 1 a.m. I am brain dead for references and memes at the moment. But man, it is this is some crazy ass old hardware. I want to fix it, make it work. It's from one of the Zelda CDIs. Okay, I I've seen the, how should I put it? I've seen the meme images, but I've never seen like the meme videos because the game is just so bad, and I want to play it just for how bad it is. But at the same time, I don't want to be infuriated by how bad it is because some things like that just they make me furious. It's like, how is this a thing? You know? The king says it. Oh, okay. Man, those crappy old games. Oh. Let me go stuff this back in the box real quick. I don't want to get it any more dusty. What's this? Oh, it's a piece of lint. Oh, one sec. Ooh, I'm gonna have to reorganize those. That particular box has so many Nintendo 64 GameCube controllers. It has a Dreamcast in it, and Dreamcast controller. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in there. I really packed those boxes full of things. Ooh. Oh man. And a lot of that stuff I still have to like clean and test. Because I do want to play the Dreamcast as well. It's just that unfortunately I have so few games that it's like, is it even worth bothering with? Because I used to get lost in those games too. It's kind of funny. Um, oops. I keep forgetting to put things away. I wanted to pull something out real quick. And I guess I didn't. I just haven't paid much attention to this mess over here. Because I know that I'm going to be like picking everything up and moving soon. So it's like, I'm not bothering with a lot of stuff. But just for giggles, I'm going to do something different. Just to show you guys this is a real lock. You can see I'm beating the crap out of it. It doesn't open. It's a real lock. No tricks. Fun time. One of my little hobbies here. Oops. I'm making a mess. I want this tool anyway. You quit Final Fantasy 2 and 6 because you got lost so early? You're the king of getting lost. Ooh. That's rough, man. That's really rough. Oh, damn it. Is my soundboard's broken again? Seriously? You piece of crap. Ah, that's so infuriating. It's the wrong thing again. Piece of shit. Wow. Man, that sucks. I'm gonna have to tinker with my soundboard again. It keeps getting confused. It thinks for some reason the microphone that this camera has is supposed to be what it's gonna pick up. Like, I don't use that. Why would you do that? Don't be dumb. Don't do dumb things. Anyway. But getting lost in Final Fantasy VI is funny to me because I have played Final Fantasy VI so many times that I can literally play that game in my sleep, and I have before. I have fallen asleep playing it and completed sections, and I'm like, oh, oops. Well, I'm done with that part at least. But anyway, let me see if I can pick a lock real quick, just for giggles. Let's put a little tension on this. I'm not looking at the lock, by the way. I'm basically doing it blind. I'm looking right at the camera. I could do it lockpicking lawyer style, like, oh, click on 1, 2 is binding, da 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 da, but I'm not good at that method. I actually do it blind because it amuses me. Oh, no, too much. I think I screwed up. Oh, wait. Oh. You've only fallen asleep once playing Disgaea 2. I've never actually played the Disgaea games. They look like fun. I messed up somewhere. I'm going to listen and see how many clicks I get. Come on. Oh, I was too fast. I couldn't hear them all. I like to, whenever I get stuck on something like picking, I like to just let it open and see how many clicks I get to see how many pins I had set. You were in item world at level 50 plus. Forgot precisely where. Woke up with PS2 controller. Oh, when I played, funny. I was actually doing a part in Final Fantasy VI where you get the EXP egg, the double EXP item. There's a little puzzle you have to solve. I had solved the puzzle, but I hadn't gone and picked up the item yet. And I was just sitting there playing it on my Super Nintendo. You know, back when it was still called 3. And it was super late. I had been playing for like who knows how long. But I just suddenly fell asleep while I was playing. I wandered entirely through a part that you can't even see what you're doing. Like I think you can see it in the modern versions, but back in the day you couldn't see. It was just a dark hallway, and you just had to navigate it until you found your way. Like you started seeing another room, and you would navigate to that room and go grab the EXP egg. I don't know if they still call it that. I hope they do. I haven't gotten that far in the Pixel remaster. I want to. I want to finish the Pixel remaster because I kind of like the remastered music. I still like the original music more. I think I'm using the wrong tool. I'm going to try a different tool. Different locks require different tools. Come here. Let's try this one. It's a sharper, or not a sharper. It's a bit of a deeper hook. It might be why I'm struggling. If I was better at this, I could do it with any tool. But yeah, I dozed off. And then when I woke up, I had already acquired the EXP egg, and I was trying to equip it in my sleep. So it's like, wait, what the hell's going on? Oh, and by the way, oh, can't see it. The lock's open. I wasn't even paying attention, and I picked the lock. I was talking about the EXP egg, and I opened the lock. Just to prove it wasn't bullshit. It's locked again. And this isn't like a trick. Like there are some locks you can just pull a bullshit maneuver because they're poorly made. And you can just like stick a tool in there and just push something at the back. This isn't one of those. But that's what I've learned to do is I've learned to pick locks blind. Just for giggles. I'm going to try to do it with this weird handling right here and see if it works. So I'm changing my grip entirely. But I've done all sorts of things blind, just for giggles. There it is. I was staring at the camera the entire time, like I am looking into my own eyes in my camera screen. That is terrifying that I can do things like that sometimes. And I know if that click was audible. I saw the bars go boop. These are supposed to be maximum security padlocks. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, most locks are just an honesty test. This is, if somebody wants in, they'll get in. I just felt like doing that for no reason, other than just to do it. I am by no means an expert, I'm just a hobbyist. So I am never going to be like, oh, well, there's this lock that says it's unpickable. It's time to open this thing up and show them they're wrong. Not that he ever uses such a tone, but, you know, lockpicking lawyer. And it's funny, it's actually because of his videos that I bothered to learn lockpicking as a hobby at all. Because I just stumbled onto his videos randomly on YouTube one day and I'm like, huh, this guy makes it look stupidly easy. And this is like pre-pandemic too, so like we're talking like back in 2018. I had just gotten into using like Amazon and crap, you know, like everyone does now to buy everything. But I looked on Amazon and I found this cheapy kit. Let me see here. I still have the kit. What do you call it? The pouch from it. I bought this cheapy kit that came in this crappy pleather pouch. I just put keys in here now because they're all in here. But I bought this cheapy kit of lockpicks. In fact, I still have some of them. They're all these anodized, and I don't think they're even really anodized. I think they're just plated because the coating comes off. But they're just these uncomfortable ass riveted together tools, which work. I went through about 200-300 pickings before I finally broke one of these. But they actually work, and you can actually see some of them, some of the coatings coming off because I used them. Like hell, these rakes are funny. Like, look at this. This looks like a saw. Like, you could cut something with this. But rakes are so funny. Like, they're commonly referred to as being a low skill method to picking a lock. So what you do is, instead of what I was doing where you just deliberately feel around and pick the locks open, or pick the key, or the pins, excuse me. What you do is you just put a little pressure on, and you just push this thing in there. Like, some of them you can just rip right out. It's already open. That wasn't what I was trying to demonstrate, but you're supposed to, in some cases, just like you just act like you're sawing it. Oh, hold on. There it is. So you just jam it in there and start wiggling around, and it trivializes picking a lock. You still have to know how to use it, but it's probably one of the easiest methods to do it. Because I've heard it called a low skill attack many times. And I've got different kinds of rakes in here too. Like, some I haven't even used. Like, I got these weird looking ones back here. I've used this one a few times. This one's probably the easiest one to use, I think. Like, I can actually just put that in, wiggle a little, and open up most locks. I got some goofy ones here. We got a flag pick here, used for different kinds of locks that are called dimple locks, which I didn't even know it existed until I started getting a hold of some other locks. Where is it? Because I've got my practice locks, which are nice for learning. So you can actually see what's going on in the lock as you do the work. But this one, this is the weird one. This cylinder lock I have, I can actually break this if I do it wrong. But let me see. Oh, the keys are in here. Duh. I was like, where are the keys? Duh, I was just talking about it. Because once I show you the keys, it'll make more sense, I think. Yeah. Okay, so these are right here. You can see it's just a straight key. But the thing is, like, it has little tiny dimples in it. So it's got like here, 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 here. It's really hard to show it on camera. You can see it's got like all these indentations. Each of these has to match up before the key will even turn. So when you pick these, you don't pick upward. You, like, instead of picking up into the lock like you would with this, because what you do is you turn the core, then you pick each pin up until they catch. In this one, you're turning the core, but then the idea is that you have to pick up and down, 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 because you have to actually hit the pins on the bottom and the top to get the core to release. It's kind of freaky. But if I were to pick it and then see this space right here, this is where the key is. If I were to pick it and turn it wrong, I could wind up ruining this lock because all the pins could wind up falling into this spacing. So that's why the key needs to be present. But what I could do is, like if I were picking it, I can just turn it enough in the opposite direction because it turns both ways. So if I turn it this way, I lose my pins. If I turn it this way, then I can actually do it without doing any harm. So it's pretty cool. It's funny, I actually marked the back of this thing so I could tell which key was which key. I never marked the keys though. So it's like, huh, which is which? I have to guess. But each side of this lock is actually keyed different, just barely. But there are all kinds of crazy locks out there. And I get into all kinds of weird stuff like this. Like, let me see. Like I haven't even opened this set yet. Looks like a tool carrier, doesn't it? Like you would expect to find an end mill in here. This actually has a somewhat expensive precision machined set of lockpicks that I have never touched. I mean, I've touched them, but I've never used them. It kind of looks like a car key. It kind of does, doesn't it? Like, it looks like an old school car key. Oh, yeah. And it actually has the right handle to it, too, yeah. But the key itself is really freaky. I learned so much about locks and stuff from lockpicking lawyer videos. Like, it's absurd how much stuff I've learned. I may never put any of this to use, but it's just a fun hobby, you know? Let me see here. There was also... Come on, get back in the box, please. Please? Oh, shit, did I just... Oh, I thought I ripped something out again. There we go. Oh, here it is. Found it. There's one kind of lock I really struggled to find because I bought a tool that he actually helped design. I really don't get to use it because the lock type is so rare, at least as far as I've seen. I can't find a lock that I can actually use this on. But this is the tool base. Oops, sorry, I'm bumping into the microphone. Come on. I just... Ow. Crap. Give me a tool to get this thing out. It's so well set in here that it's hard to take this tool out. Here we go. I had just filed my nails down to like next to nothing. Old habit of mine. But anyway, with this tool, what you do is you actually tension the lock with this turning piece here. And then you send this little tool down there and you sit there and try to turn each cylinder, like each, how should I put it? It's what they call a disc detainer lock. And each part of the lock is another disc that you have to sit there and pick open piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. It actually has these notches on it so you can tell how far you should be in. So you have a visual reference as you pick it open. And then once you finally get it open, you can just turn it and open it. But I cannot find this lock type. So I just have this tool that was stupidly hard to get in the first place. Because scalpers kept trying to buy them out, and they bought the first run of these things, and then they immediately put them up on eBay like, oh, you guys, fucking clowns. Anyway, because scalpers do that. They ruin everything they touch. But I have yet to find a lock that I can use this on. Which is kind of a bummer. I went through the trouble of getting that thing. I'd like to actually be able to use it. But I get all kinds of goofy things. Where was it? Oh, it's right. It's in my coat. I forgot. I actually have multiple lockpick kits on me at all times, pretty much, in my daily life. So let me tell you, learning lockpicking actually saved me some grief. Check this thing out. I just found something on the floor. Let me pick it up. Yeah. Throw that away. This handy little tool is called the Covert Companion. You can put more or less tools in this, but this has so many freaking tools for lockpicking. Look at this. It has, how many was it? 4 turning tools that I can just take out at any time. Wait, how'd this work again? Oh, here it is. Okay. I got turning tools with different thicknesses. And I have every single handle you see in here is another picking tool. It's an absurd amount of tools. I'm not going to pull any out right now because I don't want to go through the effort of putting these back in this order. It's a pain in the butt to do. It's a very convenient tool, though. I see here, scalpers with Pokemon plushies are also terrible. Can be a real issue. Yeah, it is a real issue for a lot of items. Got a Wooloo plush for your girlfriend that ended up being like $90. Whew, that is pricey. This is a lot of tools, isn't it? And this I can fit, like, it's just a little pocket knife of a tool. Now, where's my other one? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I put it in a sleeve because I had to use it once. Gonna edit that out later. Fuck. Anyway, I have it in a sleeve because I opened it. I've taken it out before. So once you take this card apart to take any tools off of it, you can't put them back. So I shoved them all in this this card sleeve that you're supposed to put, like, say your I don't know, Social Security card or something else that doesn't have a sleeve in it, or a sleeve to keep it in, so that way you can keep it safe, and then you just slide it out. But I've actually opened a door with this kit before. It has all kinds of nice little things in it. Like, there's the lockpicking tools that I used. There's actually another pick tool here. There's a saw. So you can, I don't know, saw some wood, I guess. It's actually hard to see it. There it is. It's got a saw. And another pick tool. And then it's got this turning tool here. This weird Batman looking thing that you can use to open, like, tubular locks, like you would see on, say, a freezer or something. And I'm sure there's other uses for it too. But you can pretty much get into anything with this card. It's just a pain in the butt to put back together. But thanks to several events, I learned to keep this stuff on me. Like, there was actually one time I locked myself out of my own office as I was heading to work in the morning. And I left all my keys in my office because I used to lock up everything as I left for the day, because I'd be gone for, a good long 8 to 10 hours. And I locked everything in here, and I was like, oh crap. As I go to leave, I reach for my keys to let myself out of the house and realize all my keys are in here in the office. Like, oh no. Some doors have awful locks, usually inside a residential house. Brother used to help me pick the lock with a broken end. That's funny. The broken end of a pair of shades. I love it. That is funny. And sometimes that really is all it takes. Like, I've opened up locks with what do you call it? With like screwdrivers and crap. Like I just shoved a screwdriver in and opened it up. So it's totally doable. Some locks are just not even, I wouldn't even consider them locks. I would just consider them latches. Some locks are no better than latches, honestly. Let me see here. Oh, hell, it's already 1:15. I should probably get some sleep. Oops. It got late fast. Man, I forgot what half my tools are on here now. I know a bunch of them are picks. Huh. It's funny. I was viewing houses last weekend. And my agent, my real estate agent, she was having trouble getting some of the doors open. Cuz like they had some weird electronic lock on them. Which you open up this lock and then it drops out the keys, or it drops out this box, and then in the box you find the keys to get in the house. And it just did not want to open for her. I'm like, I'm not supposed to advertise this, but I pull this toolkit out. I'm like, we're supposed to be in there, so I can get us into this house if I have to. It's like, I have a hobby that will get me in. She did not respond to that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not bringing that up again. I think that made her nervous. Because I think, well, I know this hobby is like a hobby you don't really want to broadcast because people will get nervous about it. They might mistake you for a thief. So I just joked, I'm like, yeah, this hobby's saved my butt a couple times because I've locked myself out a few times. And I have. And actually, when I locked myself out of the office, all these tools were in the office too. I forgot that I had that kit in my wallet. But what I wound up doing, which didn't work, by the way, but what I did was I cut up an old, I found an old wire coat hanger, and I took a hammer and a pair of pliers and a file, and I made tools. So I made a Y-bar turning tool, and I made a picking tool. So you just put this in the door handle, but it turns out these tools were too fat to fit in the doors because I misunderstood the size of the keyways. So I sat there trying to pick the door open for 4 hours with these tools. I tried picking open my bedroom door and my office door because either one of those would got me my keys. Because I have a backup key in my bedroom for my office. These tools did not work. They're pretty similar to normal tools. They're just too thick. But it is a useful skill, yeah. Like I'd actually locked myself out of my own truck once when I had a truck. And I remembered that there was a flaw in the security in my truck. Where if someone were to just slide the back window open, I mean, they'd still have to reach all the way across the truck to open up a lock, to open the door. But what I did was I happened to have a bar in the back of the truck that I could do that with. So I slid the window open and fed this wire in and opened up, like pulled up the, because it had one of those little, what do you call it? It looks like a golf tee that you pull up for the door lock so you could see that it's open or not. And I just lifted that sucker open. I'm like, okay, cool. Got inside. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. So I actually forced the window closed permanently. Like you can open it from the inside, but from the outside it was impossible because I cut a wedge that holds the window shut. until you pull said wedge out. Like, man, okay, that's a severe flaw in this thing's security. We're not doing that again. Had an old F-150 with locks like that. Mine was an S10. So, yeah. It's pretty funny. I don't remember what that piece of metal was that I had in the back of my truck for some reason, but I had it. What was it? It kind of looked like a tie rod or something, and I don't know why I had it, but I did. But I prevented that from ever being a problem again. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the camera here. I want to unplug this thing already. Because this thing dangling in my face is annoying the crap out of me. I think we're done playing around with all that stuff today. That's fine. Oof. And these freaking, what do you call them? Gooseneck clamps I bought for these cameras. So glad I bought them. They were a little pricey, but man, these things attach to anything. And they make it so easy to move a camera around. It's a shame that they're $35 a piece. Ugh. It's a little expensive, a little quick. Man, let me see here. What else did I want to do? Crap. Get out of there. Oh, right, this goes over here. I think that's actually about what I'm gonna do today, because I think all my laundry's done, which means I'm gonna be able to finally go to bed. Because that's what I was actually doing this whole time, was like just kind of killing time. I was like, you know what, why not get something done while I'm waiting? Because, laundry's a pain. You gotta wait hours for it to wash and dry and blah, 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 blah. And the thing was, I was washing like my bed stuff so I could sleep properly. Because, if you skip on the washing the bed stuff for a while, things start smelling sweaty and it's like, man, ugh, gross. I must have been, how should I put it? I think the weather flipping the way it was kept making me sweat in my sleep. I'm like, gross. Getting the bed all sweaty. I'm like, yuck, gross, nasty, nasty, nasty. Because I smelled it last night. Yeah, gotta do something about that. It just took me forever to get started today, so I did it pretty late, which is dumb of me, but it happens. I do dumb things. Okay, what is this thing doing? Am I doing it wrong again? Sorry, I'm trying to put the mount that I use for the camera, which is actually a boom arm for a microphone. I'm trying to attach it somewhere else so it's out of the way. And suddenly I forgot how to do it. There it goes. Okay. Which is funny because I just did it flawlessly to set this up today. Like, it literally took me, I don't know, 8 minutes to set up the camera setup for the stream today. Which I gotta admit is probably my fastest setup ever. It usually takes me a boatload of time more. But anyway, I do believe that's gonna do it for today. Okay, no one joined the game key giveaway. That's okay. We'll save it for next time. Because unfortunately, that has to be done on Twitch side. I have no way to distribute on YouTube, even though I'd like to. Because I do like just giving people games for free. It's fun. But anyway, we'll save them for next time. I may or may not do a stream on Friday. Hard to say. Things are really erratic right now while I'm trying to empty the house out. Right. You're on YouTube side, Juan. Not much I can do on that. I've been trying to find a solution, and it always requires a third-party site, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, because then they're going to ask for money or demand money later, and it's like, nah. I'm not paying them for something I'm giving away for free. Not when I'm able to do it for free on one side. Nah. That's just asking too much. Oh well. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here so I can go to bed. So, we'll see about doing some other stuff eventually. I'm going to do things more regularly after I move. It's just a matter of actually moving first, which should be in a month or less. For now, things are just going to be erratic. But I'm going to get out of here. So, thank you everybody for coming to hang out. I always appreciate it. If you want to see posts or whatnot, I don't usually post on the community tab, but I should. I will start using that more soon. But please remember to, if you want to, like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, the free stuff on whichever side you're on. It helps. Because that way you'll get notifications or whatever that something's happening. And I do typically post at least 10 minutes before I stream on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days. So that helps too. It doesn't matter if you're following that, just I post on there randomly or when I'm about to stream. But anyway, like I said, gonna get out of here, gonna get some sleep. So you all have a great rest of your night. And if we don't see you this weekend, have a nice weekend. Thanks again. Oh, sorry, I'm losing track of my buttons because I did something different today. Okay. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you again, everybody. Have an excellent rest of your night and have an excellent Friday and a great weekend. See you next time. Later.
Is it over? Not to the fish chunks. It's over.